Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Confucius. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today let's talk about something we all chase: happiness. We live in a world that constantly tells us we need more success, more stuff, more followers. But what if the secret to a happy life was discovered over 2,000 years ago? The great philosopher Confucius once said, "Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated." Let that sink in for a moment. Life is simple, but we make it complicated. This timeless wisdom reminds us that at its core, life asks for very little. It asks for kindness, for gratitude, and for a little bit of understanding. It asks us to be present, to appreciate the small moments, like a warm cup of coffee or a conversation with a friend. These are the building blocks of a truly joyful existence. Yet, as humans, we have a knack for complicating things, don't we? We get caught up in a storm of unnecessary desires, endless comparisons, and the constant fear of not being good enough. We look at others and think, if only I had what they have, then I'd be happy. We chase perfection in our work, we yearn for a higher status, and we accumulate possessions, believing these external things will finally bring us a sense of fulfillment. We work ourselves to the bone for a future that's always just around the corner, promising ourselves we'll be happy when I get the promotion, when I buy the house, when I find the perfect partner. But this when is a moving target, and the chase is exhausting. It leaves us feeling empty, wondering why the happiness we fought so hard for feels so fleeting. The truth is, we've been looking in all the wrong places. Confucius was pointing us inward. Peace of mind, contentment, and true joy have always been within our reach. They don't live in our bank accounts or our job titles. They reside in our perspective. Happiness isn't about adding more, but about subtracting the non-essential. It's about letting go of the need to impress others, releasing the fear of missing out, and quieting the voice that says you're not enough. So how do we start simplifying? It begins with a conscious choice. Choose to focus on what truly matters to you, not what society tells you should matter. Practice gratitude every day for what you already have. Embrace imperfection, both in yourself and in others. Instead of complicating your life with more ambitions and to-do lists, maybe it's time to simplify it with more presence, more connection, and more self-compassion. The path to happiness isn't a race, it's a gentle walk back to the simple, beautiful truths that have been waiting for us all along. Thanks so much for watching. If this message resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more insights on living a more meaningful life. See you in the next one. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the constant hustle and bustle of modern life? We're always chasing the next big thing, the next promotion, the next gadget, believing that more will finally make us happy. But what if the secret to a fulfilling life isn't about adding more, but about simplifying? This is a timeless lesson from one of history's greatest minds, Confucius. Confucius, the ancient Chinese philosopher, lived over 2,000 years ago, but his wisdom is more relevant today than ever. He taught that true wisdom lies in returning to simplicity. Think about it. When was the last time you truly savored a simple pleasure? The warmth of the sun on your skin, the taste of your morning coffee, a genuine conversation with a friend. These are the moments that make up the beautiful tapestry of our lives. Confucius believed that life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. We clutter our minds with worries about the future and regrets about the past. We fill our homes with things we don't need and our schedules with obligations that don't bring us joy. This constant striving for more creates a mental noise that drowns out the quiet whisper of our inner peace. Simplifying your life doesn't mean you have to give up your dreams or ambitions. Not at all. It's about clarity. It's about identifying what truly matters to you, your health, your relationships, your passions. and dedicating your energy to those things. It's about learning to let go of the unnecessary baggage, the societal pressures, and the endless comparisons that weigh us down. So how can we apply this ancient wisdom today? Start small. Declutter a drawer. Unsubscribe from emails you never read. Dedicate 10 minutes each day to just sit in silence without your phone. Notice the small joys around you. As Confucius would suggest, the more we declutter our minds and our lives, the more space we create for contentment and peace. In a world that constantly screams for our attention, the choice to embrace simplicity is a quiet act of rebellion. It's a return to ourselves. It's discovering that the greatest treasures are not found in what we own, but in the richness of our experiences and the depth of our connections. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back to simplicity. If this message resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more insights on living a more meaningful life. I'd love to hear in the comments what simple joy you're going to appreciate today. See you in the next video. Scene opens with calming visuals, a gentle stream, leaves rustling in the wind, a teacup with steam rising. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. How often do you feel completely overwhelmed? Like your phone is constantly buzzing, your to-do list is a mile long, and your mind is racing with 100 different thoughts. It feels like we're always chasing something, doesn't it? More success, more possessions, more everything. But what if the secret to true happiness isn't about adding more, but about appreciating what's already there? There's a timeless piece of wisdom from the great Chinese philosopher Confucius that has resonated with me deeply. He said, "Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated." Think about that for a moment. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. This was said over 2,000 years ago, yet it feels like it was written for our world today. We're surrounded by endless choices, constant pressure to keep up, and a culture that tells us we need more to be happy. We complicate our lives with unnecessary worries, digital clutter, and the pursuit of things that don't truly nourish our souls. But Confucius's words are a gentle reminder, a call to return to the basics. It's an invitation to find joy in the small, simple moments, like the warmth of the sun on your face, the taste of your morning coffee, a real conversation with a friend without anyone checking their phone, or the quiet satisfaction of finishing a single task with your full attention. This doesn't mean you have to give up your ambitions or move to a remote cabin, though hey, if that's your dream, go for it. It's more about a shift in mindset. It's about consciously choosing to declutter not just our homes, but our minds. It's about learning to say no to things that drain our energy and yes to things that bring us peace. In a world full of noise and distractions, this ancient wisdom calls us to slow down, breathe, and rediscover the beauty of a simple life. Because in simplicity we find clarity. We begin to understand what truly matters to us. And in that clarity we often find a more profound and lasting happiness. We start living a life that's authentic to us, not one dictated by outside pressures. So, this week, I challenge you and myself to find one way to simplify. Maybe it's putting your phone away for an hour each evening. Maybe it's enjoying a walk without listening to a podcast. Or maybe it's just taking a few deep breaths and appreciating the present moment. Let's stop insisting on making life complicated and embrace its beautiful simplicity. What's one thing you can do to simplify your life this week? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to read your ideas. If this message resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more thoughts on living a more meaningful life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.